Hello, everybody, and
I don't
welcome
know.
to episode number 35 of UnCoMfY CoNvOs. This is your boy Shiv, your guy, your dude, your man, your boy, your man boy, whatever you want to call me. And today we're going to talk about trying to chill anxiety. I know, a lot of people are going, working, doing different things. Sometimes you got to take a step back and just relax, chill. And to talk about this anxiety, we have a very funny man, but refers to himself as a kid on Instagram, at the kid Jared. Uh, he very funny. He's the host of Mama's Boy comedy show in New York, so you should definitely check that out. He's the co-host of Only Feehans with Karen Feehan. So should check that out too. Very funny. He's been on Chris Gethard Presents Martin Urbano's amateur class. Again, so there's just a lot going on, a lot of accolades here. So
No, it's not that much, but thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So without further introduction, thank you so much for being on, Jared Schwartz.
Oh, thank you very much, man. It's good to be here virtually. I love it,
One of the things I noticed just in your comedy set that I love, and I think like a lot of audiences enjoy, is when you say that line of the podcast, like trying to chill, like
yeah,
y'all trying to chill.
yeah.
I'm
But
wondering.
now your whole fan base knows my opener, and it'll never be funny. And now I'm beat. But it's there. That's how I start every set.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ask the crowd if they want to chill, and it's a great reaction, man. Every time, it's
Yeah.
always different.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it. I think it's so funny because it's like, it's random, right? It's like,
Mhm.
it's a random kind of thought, but it's all like, it's almost like you're reaching. You're like, anyone want to hang out?
Yeah,
Like,
that's exactly what it is.
I'm wondering how you came up with that line. How did it?
Oh man, it's funny. Again, like when you asked me to do this, like I really thought about the origin. And people have asked me, like a bunch of people have asked me, like, hey, how'd you start? Like, when did I've been doing it for about a year and a half now, maybe a little bit more than that. And I can't tell you how or why I started it. I just remember doing it, and then after doing it at a mic, I ran into a friend, like an older, veteran comic. And I was like, hey, man, I've been doing this new thing where I go, hey, what's up? Y'all trying to chill? What do you think about that? He's like, hey, that's a great read for the room. And yeah, I think you should keep doing it. And just from there, I just kept doing it. And
Yeah.
I think it's just the best read you can get on a room, because if people understand it and they laugh, they're trying to chill with you. If they're not, if they don't understand it and they don't laugh, they're not trying to chill with you yet. And then you got to get them to chill with you.
Right. It's like a philosophy for
Yeah.
comedy
Yeah.
in general.
Comics are the modern day philosopher. I mean, that's just how it always was.
I find it so funny because you're like, oh, my aim is to get these people to want to chill with me by the end of what my set is. So that's really funny.
Yeah, the worst is when people go, hey, you trying to chill after the show? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm like, okay, well, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here. It's just like, like again, when you asked me to do it, I thought about it. Like, I'm like, does this have meaning? And I think it does, because like for me, I'm looking at it now, and it's like, it sort of takes down that wall of audience to performer, and really just makes us one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, well, essentially what we're doing is hanging out. You guys are just listening to me talk.
Right.
So it's really just like breaking down that barrier of like I'm your zoo animal. You know what I mean? Instead, I'm here with you in the zoo hanging out.
Yeah.
And I'm just your entertainment, and I want to make you guys laugh and have a good time, and want to
Yeah.
chill with me after as well. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's a really insightful, because it's like bringing people into the experience, because when you do get on stage, you're like, that like the audience sees you as this like potential weirdo.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Without-
We're just up there by ourselves. They're like, this guy, what does he have to say? You know what I mean? Who the fuck is this guy to be speaking to the fucking choir? You know what I mean?
yeah, I've thought about that too. Of like, you know, we're comedians and we're like, you know, presenting in front of sometimes big audiences, and
Yeah.
you're like, I feel that pressure sometimes from the audience. Like, what insight, what education, or what's this person gonna bestow upon me that's worth him standing up in front of all of us?
Right.
And it's like, it's like nothing. Like, it's just like dumb jokes sometimes.
Yeah, we've been stupider than you to get here, so we are allowed to speak to multiple people.
Yeah. It's like you're delivering. Well, you're talking about Trynna Chill, or like me talking about like virginity, or like it's just these random topics. You know what I mean?
Dude, I talk about fucking coupons. All right, like, what am I doing up there? You know what I mean? The fact that people like that, I have no idea how. Like, I have no. The best part is I have zero idea what I'm doing up there, and the fact that I think I'm on my way to making a career out of it, it's pretty wild.
Yeah. It is great. It's one of those things where, like, I feel like I was talking to someone the other day. It's like a business presentation or something like that. You gotta know what you're talking about. But like,
In a way.
But then when you're doing comedy, it's like you can like you can get rewarded for being confused.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Without a doubt, I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. And
That's, I mean, look at me. I think I'm a clear example. I have no idea what I'm doing, and somehow people somehow like me.
yeah.
There's a lot of haters. There's for sure. Like, I go to open mics and I'm like, "You guys trying to chill?" And people are like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, we're all comics here. You don't have to be a dick." You know, it's happened, bro. It's good to have haters, but let me tell my jokes.
Yeah. Wait, so in rooms, when you say that line, people, there's like times when people don't.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, that should happen. A comic too. He was like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, bro. What the fuck?" They're just sick and tired of me doing that. You know, that just shows how much I've been around, which is pretty cool. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's the tough part about, you know, being in the scene, right? Because it's like you're doing the same jokes, the same people, but you want to build off of whatever you're doing. So it's like,
Yeah.
Audiences, you could use that forever and they'd get a laugh because we're present, you know, different audiences for
Exactly.
sure. But for mics, it's like it's so hard to gauge sometimes. It's like you have these jokes that work, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, like I gotta, you know, like these comics aren't laughing, so should I change my regular set?
Yeah, you can't. Like, sometimes you'll notice comics like at a show pander to the back of the room for no reason because they'll feel like they have. I don't even know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
But no, you're definitely right. Like, it's just funny watching people get annoyed. Like, you do try to set up jokes, like the trying to chill joke. Like, I have a joke for it after I say trying to chill, but then I just, for mics now, I just throw that to the side. I try to come up with other ones, but you try to do that to get a rhythm at a mic or something, and then you can't even get on a rhythm because all the comics know you, and it's just like, all right, well, I can't try this new tag that I fucking worked on a 7-minute joke because you guys already know the first 7 minutes. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Comedy's fucking confusing.
Yeah. It is. I remember, I don't know why I'm remembering this one moment, but I was at the Pit. Have you ever been to the Pit, Mike?
Yeah, of course.
I was at there, and for 2.5 minutes I was doing jokes, probably like some old jokes and like that work a lot, and they weren't working, and I just felt like horrible, and I'm like, I was like in the middle, I was like, oh boy, I'm in a hole. Like I just admitted, and then people laughed, but I was like, it was so.
When you admitted that it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best when you get a laugh out of that. The best is when you see people do that on a show. Yeah. That's my favorite. You know what I mean? Like when they break that fourth wall. I love breaking the fourth wall. People do not.
Yeah.
I'm very into it. You know what I mean? Because just clearly I'm very into it because I think even my first I'm trying to chill, I feel like breaks the fourth wall in a way.
Yeah, for sure. For it already. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
No. I like, just, it's just like every time I say something, I think about it and I'm like, it's like almost taking a step back in my own head. You know, I'm starting to do that now that I just turned 24. You know what I mean? Like I'm becoming an adult.
Yeah.
I'm starting to put some things I say into perspective. I'm like, oh wow, that does mean that in a way. You know, like
Yeah.
again, I'm just trying to break. I'm just trying to hang out with the crowd because essentially that's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said that already, but that's what we're doing. We're hanging out. Dude, because like this summer, put it into perspective so clearly that we're just all chilling and hanging out because we're doing open mics and we're chilling in the parks doing shows. If you get people together, you're chilling and that's it. That's how you have a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 It's, I mean, it just, it makes so much sense all the time.
Yeah.
But you're right. It breaks that fourth wall. It's like very, I don't even know what the fourth or the third wall, I don't know which wall is what, but
Yeah.
whatever, it breaks a wall.
Yeah, for sure.
And it definitely it feels like vulnerable, but also like funny at the same time. Cause you're like, I want to hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, I started doing comedy out of being like a little lonely. I was like in college and stuff, I was like, I can't really connect. So I was like, I wanted to do stand up. I was like, I feel like this is the best way.
That's why I think more majority of the people are here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is great, man. You know what I mean? Like we all want to find a community that we could be a part of in this world. This fucking world is huge, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like a religion. You know, a comedy is definitely a religion without a doubt.
Yeah.
I firmly believe.
Yeah, and Hinduism, which if mom's listening, I still believe in Hinduism.
You gotta slip that in there. I don't know anything about that. I believe in humanity. You know, that's my religion as well. You know, Judaism.
Yeah.
I'm a man. You know, I had a bar mitzvah, but you know, that's about it. You know, I'll probably get my kids bar mitzvah just because. But that's, I don't know. I don't got much going on with religion. Yeah. I'm just grateful that my parents didn't push anything on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
All these views are my own.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's really nice. I think I definitely had Hinduism pushed on me.
Yeah.
But I think I'm okay. I'm just so passive that I'm just going to let it happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to let myself be Hindu.
Yeah. I mean, it feels nice, man, when you're a part of something. I mean, that's what half of it is, right?
Yeah.
Just to feel connected to something or someone in this world. You know what I mean?
But it's weird when someone, and this could be not politically correct, but when I say, like, if I were to tell someone I was Jewish or like a random religion aside from like Hindu, and I have done it before to like troll. Like, buddies. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm actually Jewish. I'm from a different country. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from Argentina.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, everyone's like, what? I'm like, what? Was that a problem?
You know what it is? I think the people who question it are the ones who are politically incorrect and don't know how to take a joke.
That's true.
And, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, no, you have to be this. What do you mean, bro? You can't do that. There's absolutely no way. Look at your skin. Look at how you act. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you what you are. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're brown. That's impossible.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. You know what I mean? That's exactly how it goes. Yeah. That's why I love being white.
But if you said you were Hindu,
yeah.
I mean, I would like people would like
more believable.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But that reminds me of some of I saw on your Insta like you did some comedy short animation films.
Yes, I did a couple of animations.
And
I got another one on the way.
Yeah, another one. I'm excited. For listeners, the two that Jared is written, you helped write the episode.
Correct. I wrote them, and then I had help from other people to there was other people on the writing staff.
Yeah.
It was just a friendly sketch that we put together. They were both my ideas, and then they helped bring them to life and punch them up, and it was a very fun project to work on.
Yeah, they're very high quality. So for our listeners, I'm just going to say them. So there was one that was called The Human Race,
Yep.
And that had what's it called? It was just like a parody of basically where the horses are the horses are the humans and the humans are the horses.
Yeah, with horses betting on humans racing.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. So there's
So
that
it's
one.
just role reversal at like at a horse racing track.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very funny.
Very funny. And then the other one was Who Farted? Um, that was like on the subway. Was it you? It was based off of you.
Oh, that was a story I just like made up about someone farting on a train and someone getting very upset over it. And if I tell you, I feel like if I keep telling you, then I give you the punchline.
Yeah,
But for the listeners, you should go check it out. It's just a very funny story about a fart on a train, and we all know farts on trains, can get pretty dicey. You never know what can happen, And it's funny that like that. It's funny when like you look back and like you look at stories like that I wrote where like they stemmed from. And again, that one stemmed from like a bit. I was running that on stage for a few weeks, right?
mhm.
And I remember I got the idea of that joke when I was on the subway. It's funny because it didn't even happen on a subway. It happened on a ferry, but I just made it the subway. And what happened was somebody was eating halal food around me. It might not be PC. I don't give. But somebody was eating halal food around me, and the original joke was I farted on the train, and I get up, and somebody gets up and goes, "Yo, who the fuck's eating halal?" It's funny because I said like halal food smelled like a fart, and then it's crazy like where the idea stemmed from, and then what it branched into. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's just like so fucking cool, and just how I feel about it. It's funny because a lot of people hated on that one, but
yeah,
that one was my favorite.
yeah. I mean, I loved it. It was really funny. I think you're right. That's such a cool. Like halal guys smells bad, like the food.
Yeah,
Then you turned it into a fart. Like it's
yeah.
like instead of getting who the fuck has halal guys, like who the fuck farted.
And then the punchline stemmed from like my dad growing up. His farts just being so bad, and like that was just something in my family where we would just make fun of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Farts are normal. It's funny, girls, some dudes are weirded out by it too, but farts are just like human nature. You know what I mean? And like they're
yeah,
fucking hilarious, dude.
yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. And I brought it up because we're talking about Hinduism, Judaism, all that stuff, but it's like tying it back now, 5 minutes later, we have
Back.
it's you have a lot of like you play on race or like stereotypes and stuff like that in there.
Yeah.
They're very unique and niche, but it's like it's so funny. Like each moment, when I watch them, each moment, and what I appreciated was like each moment like had a comedic like thing to it. Yeah, I mean, like it was like really well done, like just throughout the entirety.
I appreciate that.
But it was yeah, it was so cool. One of my favorite, and I know I don't want to give away too much to listeners, but for the human race with the horses and the horses betting on humans racing. I think Horny Tim was my favorite.
Oh, thanks. I want to say thank you. I do appreciate the love, but that was not my joke, so I can't take it. I'll let him know. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna give it where it's due, credit where it's due. It's not mine, but he was a big part of.
Yeah.
But he was a favorite he was a fan favorite for sure.
Yeah.
But it's cool like that when like people watch it and like actually like say a part that they like, or like they give like a line, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh shit, I wrote that line. And for you to acknowledge that little tiny bit, it's just like hits that dopamine of like, oh wow, I'm seen,
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's cool, in a way.
Yeah.
That's life. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. It's good though too. It's healthy in a way because it's also like you did it with the team.
Yeah, for sure. This next project I had got, for every character. The first project, the human race, just me and the animator did voices. I had one other guy gave me a good joke, so I added him onto the writer's room. I added him onto, the writer's credits. And then the second one we did, Who Farted, I brought on two two other comics to voice act who I thought, you know, casted them, and I thought they fit it very well. And then for this next project, I casted these other three comics, and it's just great, you know, to be able to like work together with other comics and give opportunity like that. And it's just a lot of fun, you know what I mean? Because like collaborating with other comics and getting to like direct them, you know, it's just opportunity for all of us, you know, and it's great.
That's awesome. That's very like selfless too in a way, because it's like you're like, I don't want to just create comedic content by myself. It's like I want like to bring other people into the creation of it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Nobody here is gonna make it on their own. And if they do, they lied to you and they did it off of other people's backs, you know?
Yeah. And then, so also like with that though, it's at Space Skits, right? Is the.
Yes. Yeah. I should have said that 10 minutes ago. I'm a see, like I get caught up like that, but like he's the one who did the his is the horny Tim joke. That was Space Skits.
Yeah.
Space Skits, my boy Cliff Benfield. I've shouted him out on every fucking podcast I've done, man. He's probably never gonna hear him anyway, but he's the man, bro. Me and him, you know, straight collaboration. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm forever grateful for that. And after this, you know, not to toot my own horn, but he got some work after that from me. You know what I mean? Like you know, people who I've connected with ended up wanting to connect with him. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah. That is great. That's really good. How'd you connect with him? Like, just how do you?
At an open mic, dude. How did me and you connect? At an open mic. You know what I mean? And that's why people do open mics. That's why people get into comedy or want to get into the entertainment industry by doing open mics. That's the easiest way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the cheapest and the easiest way to get into comedy or get into entertainment.
Yeah.
Because, you know, once you find someone, then, you know, then doors just start unlocking and you just start meeting new people. Next thing you know, you're on fucking, you know, late night TV and somehow, you know, Jimmy Fallon, you know, all from doing an open mic. That's literally how it goes. And it's sick, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, you have to believe that that's possible. And it is. And I think it's fucking, you know, accomplishable. I don't even think that's a word, but
yeah.
I think it that's how it goes. Yeah, I met him at an open mic, fucking Parish. You remember Parish? I don't know if you've been to Parish.
I don't know if I've been to Parish.
Yeah, Hans Kim used to host it. That guy was
an open I remember. King. Yeah. I remember I saw the open mic lists. He'd post them, right?
Oh, Hans Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always he had like every mic he had would always pack out. He always had like good mics. Yeah. But that's where I met Cliff. I met him at an open mic. It was so funny, man, how we met. Like I was just seeing him around, you know, I like this stuff. So I remember right before a mic, I introduced myself. I'm like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. I'm Jared Schwartz. He's like, yeah, I've seen you. You're right. You know, I'm like, hey man, you want to exchange Instagrams? And he, you know, I found out he was like my age, same age too, which is super dope. He grew up in New York, you know, like just like me, even though he's a city boy. But you know, super dope. And then we exchanged Instagrams, and he's like, he prefaced it. He's like, yeah, but like, I don't really post photos of myself, so like it's a little weird. But yeah, I got like these animations. I'm like, dude, what? That's fucking sick. You know what I mean? And I show him he showed me the animations. And just like anyone, and it's funny, just like anyone, I was just like, you know, I make fun of these people, but I was just like that person. But the way I came about it was a little bit more, not aggressive. I pursued it a little bit more. But now that I put out these animations, do you know how many people come up to me? Not that many, but people come up to me. They're like, hey, man, I loved your animation. Would love to do it. You know, I got a voice, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, everybody got voices, bro. You know what I mean? Like, present something to me, you know, because now that like I have the connection of, you know, the animator, people think like I can open a door for them, you know, in a way I could, but present something to me. Don't bring your fucking voice. Everybody got voices, you know what I mean? Except for new people. But what I'm saying is like, I hit him when I met him. I go, yo, I got voices. I'd love to do it. And then he's like, yeah, of course, you know, as any person would, you know, just like agree with. Yeah. And then I was like, yo, I have this idea. And I hit him with the idea. I in my remembering of the story, I hit him with the idea that day. he says no, but I remember hitting him with the idea day of, and I go, yo, horses betting on humans racing. He goes, let's do it. I write it up, bring it to him, bang. We collaborated, bro. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
And it's cool because like people hit me up like, yo, how much does he charge? I'm like, we collaborate. You know what I mean? I'm just forever grateful for that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, how much? Yeah, that's a good. That's interesting, right? Because it's such a great collaboration, and it's so very high quality.
Yeah.
And you're right. I feel like a lot of people, and especially comics, would be attracted to that.
Oh
And
yeah,
that,
dude. I'm not saying my phone was blowing up, but my phone, a bunch of people reaching out to me. Yo, how much do you charge? Yo, how much? Yo, can I do this? Yo, I got this idea. And it's just that's how it happens. You know what I mean? And it's dope to witness that a year and a half into comedy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, the human race one, it's like I think again like it's like how I when you ask me for this, like I try looking inward at like what we're talking about. And like for the human race, bro, like I look at it like it's my first like project, my first official project. I'm super proud of it, but it's like so relatable because like I grew up on cartoons. I grew up going to the horse track race. And I grew up on racist jokes, So
yeah,
in a way, there's like it's funny. There's a joke where it goes, we mentioned a black guy. And I didn't come up with that joke.
I remember.
You know what I mean? I didn't come that joke's a favorite, but you know what I mean? Stereotypes are gonna be there, man. But
Yeah.
I didn't come up with that joke. A Mexican did, so it's alright. He was allowed to make that joke. You know what I mean? That's what they say, right? If someone else makes a joke, it's alright.
Yeah.
But that project I was very proud of, man. For me to like put that out literally a year, less than a year, and 2 years into comedy. You know what I mean? That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you acknowledging that, bro.
Yeah. It is great, and it's good that you like took initiative and kind of saw an opportunity and was like, oh, like this could work, and you just went for it.
Yeah, for sure. And again, it comes from doing comedy and having no idea what I'm doing. Like just trying to chill and meet kids and hang out.
Yeah. Well, I would say somewhat of what you do, even in that writing of directing that, like your bits or writing or at
Yeah,
least
a bit. I mean, I guess I only agree because you're saying that, but I don't even know how to write a script format.
Oh,
But we did it, right? We have the dialogues there.
yeah. That's great. That's awesome. I do remember that joke of like when there was the black guy joke and there's like
Yeah.
like betting on who to bet on, and then my favorite part of that moment was like, yeah, that line was funny, but then it was like the like discomfort among everyone.
And he portrayed that so well, as the animator. Like he killed it, bro. Like he blew me away with like how well it was put together. I'm like, wow, I was not, because like he's only done like minute clips. You know what I mean? I don't want to say I was his first couple minute clip because I think he has done a couple minute clip, but like from what I was seeing, it was just like quick like one scene things, and like for him to like put a whole storyline together, like he blew me away. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like the way he portrayed the uncomfortability of the horses. You know what I mean? Just by doing the eyes, really. You're just like, what the fuck? Wow, that's crazy. Very realistic,
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, there were like these moments, and each thing like had a little. That's what I meant. Like too, it's like even the eye thing, right? It's like that's another moment, and it's so creative.
Attention to detail, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's great at that. I'm very excited for our next project. It's supposed to be dropping. I don't know when are you dropping this? How?
Probably Friday. Most probably
Friday the 11th.
Probably this Friday.
The 11th, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. I'm more than sure because that's the day we're supposed to be dropping the cartoon.
Okay, I'll drop this on
by this time. It might be out. I don't know. He told me he was working on it all weekend, so we'll see. The thing is, like, I don't pressure him. You know what I mean? He has other work. I'll be all right. You know what I mean? I work on other things. I'm writing other scripts to pitch to him already. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I'm not paying him, so I just chill. Like, how can I hit him up? Be like, yo, where's this at? You know what I mean? I give him $0. I can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that brings up another anxiety, I think, to talk about too, like when to release your posts anxiety.
Oh, it's funny. I'm actually like going through that right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, because it's half the battle, dude.
Yeah,
It's a big part. Instagram, social media, yeah, it just makes me like shake at my what's the term, like
at your core.
something at your core,
Yeah,
shake at your core.
shake
That's
at
not
your core. I think that's it. Yeah.
yeah. It just like you know what I mean? Like and like I know that you have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I preach it to people. You know what I mean? But like it's tough. You know what I mean? It's like so again, I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I think I should do. And I've been posting once a week, and that's not even enough. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
want to build, we all want to. The things with social media for us as comics, that's our portfolios. You know what I mean? Those are our resumes.
Right. Right.
That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? So like for my Instagram, I try to have it look as neat as I can and as much as comedy related and jokes related as possible. But I don't think I'm doing enough. And I was just talking about that this weekend with my boys, one of my boys who grew his golf business page,
Mhm.
25,000 followers, 20,000 followers over the quarantine. And he's preaching to me. He's like, "Yo, do this. Go on TikTok. Get on, Twitter. Get on Instagram. Do this. It's all free." You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, it's easier said than done, though.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. And it's definitely an anxiety thing, like posting photos and hopefully you get likes. You know what I mean? And it's like that dopamine hit that you want out of getting the likes.
Right. Right.
And if you don't get the likes, you just feel like shit. And
Yeah.
it's fucking, it's a lot.
Yeah. Especially on. I mean, I feel like that happens more on Twitter too, right? Like when you have like tweets and you're like, just I notice a lot of comics and me too a lot. Like I'll post stuff and you just straight zero. Like just some like a lot of times it's just nothing. And I see it like across most people. Like we're trying jokes on Twitter and like it just doesn't. And occasionally you get one.
Yeah, occasionally, but I don't know, man. It's funny. I was listening to. I don't know if you watched the Comedy Store documentary.
I don't think so. Not
You
yet.
should check it out, man. But like Louis C.K. talks about it. We're getting very non-PC today, and Louis C.K. talks about it, and he just says how like on Twitter, you're all spewing opinions in the same voice. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like you're all putting out opinions and jokes in the same voice. So it's not the same as stand up and telling jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to be able to adapt to, Twitter. You have to be able to adapt to Instagram. You have to be able to adapt to TikTok. You know what
Right.
I mean? It's just then that's just so anxiety ridden that like
Yeah.
you just don't want to do any of it. You know what I mean? And you just want to crawl up in a ball and go to sleep and call it a night. You know what I mean? What does it matter, bro? We're all gonna fucking die one day.
Yeah.
We're fucking just floating on a fucking rock through space.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think you lose a certain peace of mind too, at the expense of like growing a following or something. You can
Yeah.
lose a peace of mind because you're like, especially with Twitter, and just like you have to post a lot, right? It's like always on your mind. Sometimes when you don't have to do that, you're like just chill with whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Just you're like, I don't need to do anything, you know?
Yeah, but now I got a weekly show. I gotta I gotta be posting like almost every day. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? If I'm not posting, I'm missing out on fucking not getting my page viewed.
right.
I need that as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good, and I think it is healthy too in a way that for us, like for comics, it's like you're using it as almost as like it's like a job, right? It's like you're
Yeah, without a doubt. It's fun. It's funny. Like I used to try to have a bit. It honestly is a bit that I've just never really touched more upon. Like I stink at setups. That's not my like setting up a joke is not my forte. And the joke would be like So people where I'm from on Staten Island, in their bios, they would have that they're an RN. You know what I mean? You know how some people have like what they do for their living in their bios?
Mhm.
Like so like I have friends on Staten Island who put RN, you know, registered nurse, friends who put DSNY, Department of Sanitation. It's like, well, you know, like for us, we're putting it there because we're putting our information, our emails, because that's our portfolio. That's, you know, that's our resume. That's where we want people to reach out to. But like as a registered nurse in a Department of Sanitation, it's like, what are you putting that in for? You know what I mean? Like, are we gonna hit you up to come like work our party and clean up afterwards, or like we need a nurse? You know what I mean? It's a bit that I never got to, but it's just like so funny that
Yeah.
like see how people use social media and like promote what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like nobody
Yeah.
cares that you're a registered nurse. You know what I mean? What am I doing with that information?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. 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 As in terms of like promoting content.
Yeah, and like what social media is for. But then, you know, who am I to say what you can do with your social media? You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just fucking.
It's pretty crazy. I've been seeing recently, especially during this pandemic, you know, social media use has gone up for me.
Oh, of course. I mean, big tech, bro. They're taking over. Them in the fucking deep state. You better watch out, bro. They're
I
watching
know.
us right now.
They are. Do you even you get those ads that are like that, like whenever you talk about something or any, like they're just such tailored to me, like
Yeah.
things on my search, like
Oh, dude.
what the heck, like what's going on?
Uh, they're listening, bro. You know, I was out here, you know, all summer. I was golfing, and I was just getting golf ads, and I'm like, bro, I'm doing pretty good. I don't need this fucking training that you're trying to sell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, dude. Like, some girl actually hit me with this yesterday. This girl some fan who I got from the OnlyFans podcast sends me a fucking screenshot about because she had hit me up about something that happened with herpes, and she goes, "Oh, the algorithm is fucked up," and then she sends a photo of like herpes on her YouTube Explore page, or her YouTube like what you might be into page. I'm like, damn, why? One, you have to come at me, and two, that's fucking creepy. You know what I mean? That like she brought that up once, and now all of a sudden it's being shown to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hella creepy, dude. But what are we gonna do? We could just adapt or die. You know?
Yeah. We can't not use it.
Exactly. You know?
I
People, you know what I mean? People keep doing it. So you watch The Social Dilemma, I'm sure.
yeah, I think so. Wait, The Social Dilemma?
Yeah. You
I think
watch that?
is it it sounds familiar, but I
You
don't.
didn't watch it? It's about like what big tech does to take over and use us as the products.
Oh, got it. I don't think
Basically,
I've seen
just
it.
like they'll send you in like the way they had it set up was so wild. Like they showed them set up in like a room, and then they showed like their products as like the family living at home, and they're
Uh-huh.
like, oh, he hasn't touched his phone in an hour. Let's send him a notification of like, you might know this person. You know what I mean? We're getting notifications like that, like, oh, you might know this person.
Mhm.
Why are you sending me that if you don't want me? You know, you're sending me that because you want me to be on my phone as much as I can. I don't
Right.
give a fuck who I might know. You know what I mean? Who are you to tell me who I might know?
Yeah.
Don't tell me who I know. You don't know the people I know. You know what I mean? But they're like, yeah, you might know this person because this person knows that person. But you're just sending me a bullshit notification, and that's what they like the text bubble. That's the perfect example. They
Yeah.
put up the text bubble to see when people are typing, so you stay on your phone.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's just crazy, bro. I
Oh,
don't know. Phones they're a scary thing, dude. Technology is a scary thing.
yeah. That's one of the most annoying moments when you have, all right, so I'm in a conversation, not the most annoying, but it happens. It's like you're texting or you're messaging and you see the bubbles and then you want to send a message and the other person wants to send a message.
And then you don't.
Yeah, you're like, what do I do with this?
Bro, the amount of times that's got me out of pussy, bro. Imagine.
Oh man.
I don't get any of that. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. All the time, bro. I'm like, it's like when you're in conversation, like you're telling, like it happened earlier. You're like, no, what were you gonna say? And I'm like, no, you talk. It's like we both had a text bubble going up, but we were like, no, I see you're talking. No, you get your word in.
Yeah, that's so true. It happens in conversation too. I think it's inescapable on Zoom. I think it has to happen at some point. But you're right. It's like you're both trying to get a word in. Um, I completely agree. I don't know. What was I gonna say? You mentioned you're from Staten Island,
Born and raised, baby.
born and raised.
Born
Uh,
and raised, man. I live in a building. And it's dope coming out to New York and seeing new people. You know, I mean, it's very diverse where I went to schools. You know, but New
yeah,
York City is different. It's a different world, bro.
yeah,
Different world in Manhattan.
yeah. I bring that up because I've been like my oldest sister. She lives in Staten Island, so I've been quite a few
Oh,
times. I've done that commute of the ferry into the city to do
yeah.
comedy.
How do you like it?
I actually find it really relaxing. That the Staten Island ferry, I think it's pretty chill.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty chill. I used to like use it as like going in. You know, I would use it to write here and there, but sometimes like it wouldn't even be enough time to write. But a lot of times I'd just listen to music. But like on the way in, I'd go in. You know, the ride there, I'd think in my head, I'd plan out my day in my head and what I want. You know, I'd manifest what I want to happen today, what I'm gonna joke about today, and then on my way home, you know, on the ferry ride home, I would just think about what I did today, how my day went, what I can improve on. And it was good. It gave me that time to be able to do that. But then it got to a point where I was like, yeah, I need to drive in and take advantage of all this time because I would be leaving early. I'd have to leave at 11 o'clock at night just to get home at 2 a.m. You know what I mean? Or like 1 a.m. 2 hour commute. It was a lot. You know what I mean? But I started driving now and my career is starting to pick up. And it's all because I'm not taking the ferry no more.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So how long's the drive?
The drive, it depends where I'm going in the city in Brooklyn. No more than an hour though. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And just the drive to the ferry is 25 minutes from my house, and then the ferry is a half hour. So just to even get to the tip of the city is longer through the ferry than anywhere I'm driving to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That's that's good though. Yeah, that's a good adjustment. I think that's really cool that you did the thing of when you were going on the ferry, like trying to envision how your day or how your sets would go and then figuring out like what you did well. That's like such a
Yeah.
good time to do that. Do you still
Yeah.
try and keep up with that, or is it
Yeah, like yeah, for sure. I do those on the drives in. It sucks now though on the drives in because I can't write it down. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Whereas like I'm on the ferry, you know, I don't got any responsibility. You know, I could just write it down, write it on my phone, write on something. But like sometimes I'll be driving in, listening to music, you know, like vibing. I'm like, oh shit, that's great. Let me, you know, like, I don't write it down if you're listening to this, you know.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
could be a little tough sometimes when you get it, you know. I'll run a great bit in my head, and then I'll be like, fuck, man, I gotta try to say this onto like an audio a recording, and then it just doesn't come out the same. And I'm like, all right, I lost a bit, you know. That's fuck it, you know. That's what I get for driving. But yeah, I definitely still do like the same thing. Like on the way in, I'll plan my day, think about what I'm gonna write, and then on my way home, I'm like, all right, today went really good or today went really bad. You know, let's work on that.
Yeah. Wow, that's like next level thinking right there. I think that's good. I've started doing that recently, but that's a really good habit.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I mean, it's about, you know, it's luckily I got friends around me who do it as well. You know,
Yeah,
it's not just me. You know, I feel like you gotta improve. You gotta work on improving on something. You know, what are you doing if you're not working to improve?
right, right. How've so during this pandemic, right? Because we've at least, especially now in the winter.
Is this your first pandemic?
Say again. Say again.
I said, is this your first pandemic?
Yeah. I heard you.
That's my new opener, actually. So hope everybody come out and see me. That is my new opener. I'm having you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to run it by you. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
sure, I'm the bits.
Yeah.
You were saying, yeah, during the
Yeah.
pandemic.
But no, I don't like, especially now in the winter, with COVID spiking and stuff. How recently, like you're talking about, like improvement and stuff like that. Like, how have you been going about doing?
Wow, it's funny you ask that, you know, because during quarantine, Obviously I'm not in quarantine no more. I've been out on, if you've been keeping up with my social media, I've been out since September. I've been going almost every day
Yeah.
and doing comedy, and the comedy's back and alive and well. It is the heartbeat is slowing down right now.
Yeah.
It's funny. The heartbeat is slowing down right now, but I got indoor comedy is here to stay safely. But it's funny you asked like what were ways I was trying to like improve on in life, and during quarantine I found myself doing like activities. You know what I mean? Like I would like bake. Baking's always been a thing of mine growing up, and I
Yeah.
would bake. You know what I mean? To create like that, I'd bake new things because I had so much time to do something. Then I did like carpentry, which I've done before. Last year, a friend of mine, my boy Pat, helped me build my deck in my backyard, and we ended up putting a show on for my backyard last year. Jared and Friends first. That was the first show. We were gonna do one this year, but I didn't get a porta potty, and I didn't want to have people at my parents, in my parents' house, so we
Yeah.
didn't do that. And then something funny, like something that I would say like was a thing that I really worked on and tried improving myself was I went golfing. What happened was I got into conspiracies and those got too crazy, so I had to like go clear my mind. So I went golfing for a full month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to, man. And when I was golfing, man, I set little goals of like, yo, the goal of the summer was I want to shoot in the 80s. You know what I mean? Which is I played high school golf and like I was not good then, but now that like I had the time and I had money to go play, I went and played golf for about a month and worked on myself and did little improvements every day. Like I would take notes, before I started, I'm like, all right, I'd go in, I'd be like, all right, let's go have a good day, going with a good mindset. You know what I mean? That's how you have a good day. And then on my way out, I'd see what I did wrong. You know what I mean? What can I improve on? Oh, if I didn't miss this putt, if I didn't three putt on this hole, I would have, I would have parred. You know what I mean? And it's just little things. And it was something to keep me motivated and going as a human being, improving and, just improving as a human being. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That
No.
was definitely something that helped for sure. Based off your question.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. It seems like that attitude towards comedy too. It's like spreads across.
Yeah, and it's funny that I was never there before I discovered Adderall, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Thank God for Adderall, man.
Yeah.
I know I hate to say it, but it's fact.
I've never had Adderall. Is it really, does it do good things? I've never
It
experienced.
it does. It does good. For me personally, I haven't taken one today.
Yeah.
It depends. I don't think I'm doing anything today, so I don't think I really need it.
Yeah.
I'm very like I think it's great because like it for me it pushed me in a way. It was like for me it was like that that parent telling you to get off your ass and fucking get out of the house and like go and do something with your life. Because I never really had that. My parents were just like chill and just like, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know? And then I discovered Adderall, and I've always grown up wanting to do comedy, but I just never knew how. And then Adderall helped push me to like go out and find it. You know what I mean? Rather than like waiting for it to come to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I ended up getting prescribed it when I went. And what happened was I was having a problem. I fell asleep at like work in a way, and I was getting 8 hours of sleep. So I was like, "There's something more to it." And I went to a neurologist, and like they scanned my brain, and they're like, "Yeah, you got ADD." And like that has nothing to do with me falling asleep at work. But I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I need Adderall, And the
Yeah.
Adderall helps you stay awake to stay focused. So in a way, like am I a scumbag? Not a scumbag, but am I like an asshole that like I take Adderall to stay up? You know what I mean? But then like that's how I stay focused. So I'm like, I try not to like be a bad person by taking it. I don't know. It's just like
Yeah. I know what you
so
mean.
much like inward. It's the anxiety of like thinking that way. Like, am I a bad person because I'm taking Adderall to stay up? You know what I mean? Like, is that what it's really for? But then I look at it, I'm like, but Adderall is there to help you stay focused. And the only way for me to stay focused is if I take this Adderall and do my job and stay up.
Right. Right.
Like, oh, in a sense, I am using it correctly, but then in another sense, I'm not using it correctly. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like weird. But then drugs, that's drugs, bro. Why are they here? Why are they on this earth?
Yeah.
Here for a fucking reason, you know?
Yeah.
It's fucking scary. But I really do like Adderall. I didn't discover it until, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's when I really started to go out and do comedy after I discovered it.
Yeah. Especially if it's like helping you and you feel like it has like a positive impact, then
Yeah, without a doubt. And I'm not like abusing it, I think I have that self-control.
right. Right. That's good. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying there of like that. You're like, you think about, it kind of happening or how much like you're taking it and then it can get in your head and you're like, am I?
Yeah, exactly. It's just anxiety, bro. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we just want to feel like we're doing the right thing all the time.
Yeah.
But human nature that's not what you're supposed to do. It's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And that self-talk too of like those like conversations with yourself of like, oh, like when you start, maybe you start talking negative, you're like, oh, I'm taking Adderall. But then once you're like, oh, this is a good thing and I'm benefiting,
Yeah.
I'm giving more, like, and then you feel good. But it's just that conversation that you're having with yourself.
Yeah, it's like that with comedy. It's like just how we were saying, it's like, who are we to like go up on stage and talk to these people? You know,
Right.
but no, we're here. We have jokes. That's why we're here. We're put on this show for a reason. You know what I mean? Well, open mic's a little different because anyone can do them, which is the scary part. But
Yeah.
shows like, they're like, oh, am I gonna be funny? Like, can I be funny? I don't know if I'm funny. Dude, you're on the show for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go fucking hang out and do it. But yeah, the Adderall, it's changed my life. It's put me in. It got me here where I am today with you.
Yeah.
So I'm doing well.
You've made it. You've made it on UnCoMfY. Dude, check out those sneakers.
Yeah, that's pretty big, right?
Dude, those are super sick.
I should have had that the whole time. That would have been super dope.
Yeah, those are really nice. That's a great collection.
Thanks, bro, yeah.
All Nikes?
Nah, I got a couple of Adidas. You see, there's the Adidas right there.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That's the Adidas row.
Got it. Dude, those are awesome.
These.
For our listeners, Jared's showing me his shoe
I just showed off my
sneaker collection.
If y'all want to check it out, come through to my parents' house on Staten Island.
Yeah. Dude, that's it. Those are sick. I just have this. I was questioning whether or not to have this painting.
It's a good background, man. It's very professional.
It's a little aggressive. I don't know. Like it takes,
it feels relaxing, for an anxiety podcast. That's what you need.
Well, the thing is, I switch every like week almost because I'm in a different spot.
Yeah.
So I like switch it up. So I'm like the last week with my sister, I had like flowers. And it's like, and I think that's like my favorite one. So I think I'm just gonna go. All these clips that are gonna be this are just gonna be maybe like in front of flowers.
That's very cute. Almost like your pre-funeral.
But I do also, we're getting towards the end, but I do want to bring up, I saw one of your tweets and it was, you talked about how like you brought up how you work in schools and you like see the class clown bombing.
Yeah.
Is that like, do you work in school? Like, what do you do?
Oh, I work as a substitute paraprofessional. That is my job title. Substitute paraprofessional. Not many people know what a paraprofessional is. It's like a nanny for students. I work with kids who have like range from like special needs all the way to like allergies or like learning, or like behavioral problems, stuff like that. And basically like I'm like, one-on-one with some students or like I'm with multiple students, to a class. But at the moment I'm not getting any fucking work. I'm unemployed. So technically I'm unemployed because I'm getting paid by them, but I am technically employed. There's just no work. And schools I think are coming back tomorrow's the 7th. And schools are supposedly coming back tomorrow. So I'm really hoping that there's work available because I've only worked 3 days this school year. And it sucks, man, because I had the perfect opportunity for comedy going. You know what I mean? With like, how they say don't quit your day job, I was lucky that I had the perfect job for comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than a comedy job, but I was working 8 to 2 a.m., 8 to 2 p.m., 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then getting plenty of material as well, just like with the fucking kids.
Yeah.
And then, and then, getting to do comedy. I can go out and do comedy from 4 p.m. on.
Right.
And that's it was, dude, I had the best thing happening. And then this fucking pandemic took away the two most affected things of this pandemic, in my opinion, obviously, is schools and the arts. And that's all I did,
Yeah.
That's literally just the two most affected things. I'm just like, well, fuck me, right? God don't fuck with me like that. Okay, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And luckily, comedy has been going really well, man. I'm not gonna lie, knock on wood, but like things have really been happening for me, and you try to look at them, you try to like put them in perspective. You want to be self-aware of what's going on around you. So like I do like to take a step back and look at the accomplishments that I've had this pandemic. And sometimes people like humble yourself. I'm like, no, I did this. You know what I mean? I want to talk about it because I did this.
Yeah.
But I want to keep going as well. I want to put that out into the ether, move it along, and bring new things. And work has definitely helped. It was helping, but I haven't gotten any work.
Yeah.
So it's been rough.
Yeah.
But getting to watch the class clown bomb was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I remember those days myself bombing hard in class. Bombing. Being like, just trying to be the goofball of the fucking class. I remember I had, somebody else has a joke about this too. Claire Alexander has a joke about class clowns and how her and another friend in class would be like the class clowns, and they'd like fight for it. They'd be like, no, you get first period, I get second period. I'm like, that's pretty, it's funny, but because like we all grow up, we all want to be the clowns, you know what I mean? I was definitely a class clown as well. One of my most memorable moments, I do want to say, is I was in 7th grade, and the teacher was like coming at me about how like I'm immature and I need to grow up. One, I was fucking 12 years old, you know what I mean? Let me live, right? And he's telling me how I need to grow up, and I go, well, for your information, I am growing up. I'm gonna be a man next month at my Bar Mitzvah, and you're not invited. And the class fucking went crazy, bro. It was hilarious. Now, I don't know how to make that funny, but that's a funny moment, I would love to tell that joke on stage, but I don't know. It's not funny yet. I don't know, because I've tried. And it hasn't, like, but that's like funny, like telling your teacher he's not invited to your Bar Mitzvah. I think that's fucking great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like in the moment too, like just in the moment being able to do that, that's like awesome.
You know what I mean? Like it just feels like I was meant to be there,
Yeah. What's it called? That's so funny. Oh my gosh, in the moment, and to be able to do that at 12 years old, dude. If I was 12 and the teacher was telling that to me, I'd just like cry. Like I wouldn't have a come.
I definitely know a few kids who wouldn't say anything, but I didn't give it. Like it's funny because even like going back to the Adderall thing, dude. Like growing up in like junior high, I remember being in like an office that my mom was up at it was like second week of school, and my mom's up at the office, the dean's office already, and I'm just sitting there on the bench, like moving around, like can't sit still. And I'll never forget the dean just going, look at him, he can't even sit still right now. And my mom just refused to put me on those medications, and I'm thankful for it, because now I can control them. But if I had been put on them back then, I probably wouldn't be able to control them now. I'd be a totally different person. But like I was that kid. I was like out there, I didn't give a fuck. I was always getting in trouble, bro. I was threatened to go to like one of the worst schools, as like the kids who get in trouble. I don't know where you're from, if they have like that school where like for us it was called Mount Loretta, and it, like you would get threatened with that. Be like, yo, if you get suspended, you're gonna go to Mount Loretta, and you don't want to go there. Yeah. Basically, just like cause like in the hood, you know what I mean? And they threaten you with that.
Got you.
Which is pretty, it's a very Staten Island thing to do, I guess. Now that like I talk about it, and like again, you put things into perspective.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Yeah. That is funny. Sounds like a wild childhood. Could have been in a way. I mean, I had moments, but you know what happened to me is like I'd have a moment, I'd be told like you can't do that, and then I listen, but I'd like also like feel like I spit. I remember this time. This was one of the most rebellious things I did as a child, which is pretty sad. I like spit on the sidewalk before walking into school.
Yeah.
And like the teacher outside was like, you can't do that. Like you could go to jail or I don't know, something like that. Like
really? Did she hit you with that?
Yeah. Right. And I was like, I got so scared. I don't think I've spit on a sidewalk.
Wow. That sounds like the threat that my mom gave me when she was like, if you don't stop cursing, I'm gonna put soap in your mouth. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like the biggest threat I've gotten growing up. So like that's how I grew up. If that was the biggest threat I got, and I'm still out here cursing like a fucking trucker, clearly I was just a fucking prick, growing up. That's the thing. I was annoying. You know what I mean? That's one of my best jokes that like I talk about being annoying and asking all these questions. But like I was annoying just to be annoying. Like I would ask people questions. I just keep asking. I'd be like, okay, and I would just keep going. I used to have this quote I used to live by.
Yeah.
I actually made it up. It is the more their blood boils, the more my heart warms. And it's very scumbag thing to say, but I love it. I think it's very unique, and it's very me, and it's very, hey, I like watching, it gets me off watching you get annoyed, so that's why in comedy, like, I do it helps because you want to ask questions, that's the only way to get places, by asking questions. And people are scared to ask questions, you know what I mean? You like growing up when that person told you not to spit, she did say like you get arrested, so she did give you an answer, but you'd be like, why would you get arrested? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'd be like, because I spit all the time. I've spit on people by accident, it's happened. And so I do gotta stop. But it's like why? Who are you to say that? You know what I mean? It's like, why would cops arrest me for that? Oh, it's against the law. Why is it against the law? You know what I mean? It's human nature to have spit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me to put it on the ground where it's gonna go away, I don't know. It's just me questioning things, and that's what you have to do in this life. And I feel like some people just go through this life not question anything, and you just see the robots that they become. And it's gross.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, with a lot of like structures and everything that happens as you grow up, right? Like just questioning. Yeah. I agree. I did for the record, I did spit on someone. So back in 7th grade, I think my buddy and I, we were playing.
You did spit on someone?
Yeah. So my buddy and I, we were playing like football in the yard, and I was very competitive. I was like, I listened to authority, but I was also very competitive. So like one time we were playing football in the front yard, and I'd be like, dude, I won. And he'd be like, no, I won.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest argument ever. It's like, yo, I won. And it's like, no, I won. It's like, I won. It's like the biggest thing. Like, it's the biggest deal.
And then you spit on him?
So I think we were wrestling. And he fell on the ground. And then I just got so mad. I just spit on him. And then I saw he hit puberty like well before any of us did. Yeah, so I realized the great. Yeah, let's say again.
He was huge.
He was huge, yeah. And he had a lot of like hair and stuff. Like not hair. He wasn't hairy, but I mean he was a little bit. He had a lot of leg hair.
Was he Indian?
No.
All right.
Canadian. I hope he's probably gonna listen to this. But he so I spit on him, and then he remembers. But in the moment I did it, I saw his eyes go wide, and I realized like what a big mistake I made in the moment. Mm-hmm. He's bigger than me. And I could not.
But if he was smaller, it'd be all right. Because you can handle it.
So I spit on him. And then he was like, and then I just saw his eyes like go wide. And I was like, oh, it's like waking up Shrek or something. I mean, yeah. It's like you see Shrek gets angry. You don't want to be around that. Not that he looked like Shrek or resembled his body at all.
That's pretty funny.
But then I ran a house down. And then he got me down, and then I think he was the bigger man, figuratively and literally. Like he didn't spit on. I think he didn't
knock your head in.
Yeah, so
that's good. Yeah, it's spitting. I mean, you straight up spit on someone. You didn't like accidentally spit on, like, cause I've seen that. People, like, I've seen like homeless people do that, like have spitting wars. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a talented spitter, bro. So I'm not gonna waste my spit on someone. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I can spit yards. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I can spit yards, like up to like 10 yards probably. Like I should enter spitting competitions. Like that's how. Like I have like, you know, it's funny like when you come into comedy, you can start like when you come into like a new school or you come into like something like that. Like that's how I look at comedy. I look at comedy like school, like a high school, because
Yeah.
it definitely has all those cliques and everything, and made like Manhattan like a high school hallway, which is really cool because that's where I thrived in school, like in the hallways.
Yeah.
And I used to go around like you can just start something about yourself. Nobody knows who you are, so I used to just tell people I have hypersalivation and because I would look it up because I do have a lot of saliva. So like I just made that up so it seemed like, oh, it's okay that he's spitting because he has that. And I
Yeah.
just said that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just how easy people can be, not manipulated, but like what's the word?
Like a naive, like can easily believe what you're saying.
Yeah. Exactly. And it just showed, and I might have hypersalivation. I've never been diagnosed with it. I've self-diagnosed myself with it because I just have a lot of saliva. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just constantly have to spit.
Yeah.
But it's definitely got me in trouble. I definitely slowed down since moving out to the city. It's crazy, man. Since not moving out, since coming out to the city, I've grown more. I've grown more in the 2.5 years I've been out in the city than the 17 to 18, 20 years of school I went to.
Yeah. 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 It teaches you a lot, right? Like going out on your own and even trying to like get on shows and network and do all those things. It's like,
Yeah,
it's tough because you build thick skin, you get rejected a lot, and then you're like,
yeah,
that's life. Not lesson number one.
yeah.
And
I mean, you
so,
got to be used to rejection, man. I definitely am. But the thing is, like with me and rejection, like I want to know why. Some people don't like giving answers. Why? That just goes back to me being annoying and just wanting questions and answers.
yeah,
Just want
yeah,
to question and answer everything. It's like, why do you want to? Why are you rejecting me? Like I
yeah,
do that with girls too, or like people I talk to or friends that don't want to. I'm like, why are you rejecting me?
yeah,
What is it? Tell me so I can improve on it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like that's what I like to do. But people are like, no, I'm gonna just leave it up in the air and have you decide. I'm like, all right,
yeah.
well, that's how it goes.
That's good though. That's good to be upfront, especially in like dating. I'm sure it's like not easy to see it say like why, like imagine being in a setting of like asking someone out and like, trying to get their number and they're like, oh, like also, we'd love to grab a cup of coffee sometime. Could I have your phone number? And they're like, no. And you're like, why? Just like, what? Like what's
That I think I might write a sketch.
yeah.
Taking your idea, Shiv. That's how it's going. Cool. I appreciate it.
We've
Well,
known each other.
we could write it. We
Yeah.
could.
I'd be down, but it's just like if you say why, it's like you've known each other for 2 seconds. Like,
Yeah. It's like, what's not to like about me on the outside? You know what I mean? You have no reason to say no. But
yeah,
I don't
but
know, man. There's 8 billion people on this earth. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's a good no, it's a good philosophy I think to question and then like it be able to improve on the feedback and also requires like you letting go of your ego because I think it's like if you get rejected and especially in dating with me like early on too, it's like you take it personally and like you're just but you don't like I don't handle it well.
Well, because you go back and question like what you can improve on, and you're like, what is it? But then you don't have that answer because they're out here fucking ghosting you or ignoring you when really, you just want answers.
Yeah.
But the only answers now are for you to question yourself and look inward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this one time I went. This is a funny story. I had these two girls. I've been talking to this girl for like 10 months. Finally got her to hang out. She
Mhm.
comes and hangs out with her roommate, who her and her roommate both had canceled dates, right, that night. She made sure to tell me that. I'm like, okay. So it just made it seem like you had canceled dates. That means you guys are probably looking for dick tonight.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. If that's what you're making sure to tell me that,
Yeah.
right? You're putting
Yeah.
that on my head. Like, hey, we didn't have dates tonight, so we're gonna hang out with you. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. So I end up bringing my friend. we both are getting along with these two girls. We go back to their apartment and we just literally talk in their kitchen for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Don't get anything, no, no sexual advances, no nothing like that. We leave. And after that, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? You know what I mean? And on my way home, I'm just sitting there like blaming this kid. I didn't get any. I'm like, I asked the girl, I go, hey, what happened? Why didn't we make out?
Yeah.
And she didn't answer. She ghosted me. And I'm just like I got so deep down the rabbit hole of questioning myself that I questioned, like, did I miss out on a threesome with these girls because I brought this kid along? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I question myself
Yeah.
when I don't get answers like that, and that's how far-fetched that's how far out I'm questioning myself, thinking I had a fucking threesome, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, I definitely missed out on a threesome because I fucking brought this kid along. No, I just didn't get answers from this girl, so I'm fucking out here looking like a fool, just asking myself these questions.
Yeah.
That would be funny to ask them the question, you know what I mean? If I asked them that, be like, hey, girls, did I miss out on a threesome with you two? Because I brought him? And they'd be like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I told you we both got denied tonight. We wanted you.
Yeah. Oh, man. I would have been that kid that was with you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
My boy, bro, the kid I brought didn't even get the girl's Instagram or her number, bro. I was like, why the fuck did I bring you, bro? It happens, you know. I've fucked shit up for my boys with ladies too. So, you know.
No, yeah, I've been so for me, I'm like pretty weird when it comes to that, because I'm like, there was one time I was hanging out with someone and like they were trying to make advances on me, and like usually the guy, you know, you wanna go with it.
No, oh yeah, you want to go with it. I was gonna say.
Yeah, and then I was like, no. She's like, what? And I'm like, basically my explanation is like, it takes me time to like learn, you know, and be emotionally connected. It was like
oh no, you hit her with that, or you just weren't that into her?
No, I was. I just, you know, I think because at the time, like I just, you know, I'd never really done anything in that department, so I was like I think I had a lot of anxiety around that, right? I was like very so, and then
I love when girls take the lead, man. I wish that every time.
yeah, but yeah, no, that is an interesting story. I think but it's interesting to see the psychology of like, oh, this happens, and then like this morning I went to grab a wrap, and I was talking to someone, and then like it was just like the person at the counter, and I was like, oh, like thanks so much. And then she was like just there, and then like there was like this pause where I could have said like have a great day, and it felt like the right thing to do in my head, and for some reason I just didn't do it today. I just didn't say have a great day as I walked out.
You felt like a scumbag after that.
Yeah, and then I walked out, and then I was like walking with my wrap, and then I was sitting in the apartment, and I was like, should I have?
And you don't have to think like that at all.
Yeah.
But like that's the psychology, you know. That's just like how you feel as a person. Like, wow, I should have did that, and now I feel like shit for not doing that.
Yeah,
I thought you just putting that on yourself, you know.
I thought about going back. And being like, one of my
that'd be fucking great. Like something like me, like I would step outside. I'd be like, oh, I should have went back, and then I'd walk back in. I'd look there all weird. She'd be like, you forget something? I'd be like, nah, never mind, and then just walk out. You know.
No, but I didn't. Not when I walked out. I thought about it when I got in the apartment, and I was like, it'd been 10 minutes, and I was like, maybe I'm
thinking about that.
Maybe I should. So I was thinking of going back down, walking back in, being like, sorry, I meant to say like, have a great day.
That's wild, bro.
That's wild.
It's man, it's like a psychological thought of like doing something or like having not to do something will fuck you up. Like that's what's going on with like politics and what's going on with like I've been getting into the market. You know, I hate to say it, you know, but people don't like to know that you're investing your money and doing something with your life. People don't like that for some reason. I don't know why when it's there, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy to make money with money, but like with investing and like politics, or it's like you know what I've noticed, like they'll put this scenario in your head like, oh, this administration would have done so much better with coronavirus, which I just think is not a healthy thing to say psychologically. You know what I mean? Because like that's not going to help us move forward and progress as a nation when you have us thinking somebody else could have did a better job, when in reality we have what we have and we should all be working to do a better job going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just psychological where like in the market I missed out on like an opportunity and I just watched me miss out on money, but it's really like I was never in it. You know what I mean? So it's just a psychological thing that's fucking me up. And it's like when they say we could have did better, no, we did what we did, and it's just psychologically we're not. You know, this is where we are. You know, you're making us think we could have did better, but this is what we did. You know, and that's what sells. That's what people sell, and people believe it, and I understand that. But psychologically, that could fuck people up. You know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Well, you can't think about that.
Yeah.
You know, like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You should have. Now that lady didn't say have a good day to is gonna fucking go and jump off a cliff because you didn't say have a good day. You know what I mean? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know, psychologically that should fuck you up, and that's just a part of human nature, bro. It's about getting over that. It's about doing it. You know what I mean? Rather than woulda, coulda, shoulda did it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been learning a lot, you know, in the past year, man. A lot of my friends are just like, yo, go and do it. That's the whole thing with comedy, bro. I went and I'm doing it. You know, now everybody around me is like, yo, I wish I was doing this. And if I have to be that vessel to push you, hey, you know, I'll be that. You know, go and do it, bro. You know what I mean? I love to tell people to go and do. I try having conversation with people like, yo, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. They're like, yeah, I could be. Okay. I'm like, all right, well, that's as far as I'm going to go. That's how far you're going to go, you know?
I did my part.
Yeah, exactly. You know, psychologically, there's the, you know, the woulda, coulda, shouldas will fuck you up. And those mean nothing, literally, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just interesting to think, you know, to look at it like that. Like you didn't fucking say, have a good day. So that lady might not have a good day. And now you might not have a good day because you didn't say have a good day, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting, man.
It's something I've learned now because now I'm more aware of that. So like I meditate now. So it's like been like 50 days, like I've like been counting, but it's like now that I've been doing like the meditation stuff, it's like I'm aware of what's happening in my thoughts. So it's like I thought about that, right? And I'm like, that's such a dumb thought. Yeah, I mean, it's like what. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's all good. And so like I'm able to at least, even if I am thinking about it, I'm like, okay, that's a dumb thought. I'm like, just don't, like, we don't have to play with that thought, you know?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go back there for lunch. But that's not the point. The point is,
you know what you should do? You should tell her to have a good week, so that way you're covered for the rest of the week. You know what I mean?
But no, I agree with you. I think being able to move on and doing things like then you don't think about not doing them. It's a good point.
The message is even more, dude. Like again, that goes back to like the social media thing we were talking about. Oh, if I don't post this, I'm not gonna get this person to look at me. You know, I need this person to like my photo. If I don't post, they're not gonna like my. You know, it's just psychologically.
Yeah.
You got to learn to get over that hump. And I think, you know, slowly but surely, I think I'm learning that. I'm thinking, you know, and it sucks that, like, you know, I'm talking to a couple people and they're like, dude, do likes really matter? Does it really? In a way, they do. And, you know, clout is currency right now, you know, and sad reality is they do matter. People don't want them to matter, but they matter, you know. You just have to adapt or die, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to adapt to as many things as I can.
Yeah.
And I think I'm doing all right at it, you know.
Yeah.
Even though I have no idea what I'm
doing. Yeah, you're right. They do matter, and especially in an entertainment type space, right? It's like there's currency in your following. There's currency.
Exactly.
It's like it's how you grow. It's like
I'm the brand. You know what I mean? And it's cool. You know, like my friend who does the golfing, his brand isn't necessarily him, it's what he's selling. So like, but he's working on that, you know. He has like, it's a different niche. Like I've been telling him, he pushes me. I'm like, dude, we're in the same type of like entertainment, like we're in the same type of like growing our platforms, but like it's two different niches, you know. So, like it's a little different, but because I'm selling myself personally, you know, like what's funny about me, you're selling like so many like golf. Like when it comes to golf, there's so much. You know what I mean? Where there's so much in comedy, but like it's just like it's more personable. You
Yeah,
know, because
yeah,
I'm selling myself like a fucking whore. You know, like I'm a fucking prostitute just selling myself. That's what we are. You know, we're just like come and please give us attention. You know.
yeah. No, you're right. It's tricky because like if you're in something like real estate or something else or something, you're like selling that or that.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
But like when you're a comedian or a rapper or music, like or some sort of, you're trying to be the business.
Yeah.
It's a really good point. I know we're running, you know, a little over on time. We're past the hour, but I've enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed it.
I do want to play one game before we wrap up.
Yeah. Sure.
It's called Who's More of a Mama's Boy? Because your show's
You got questions for this?
Huh?
And you got questions written up for this?
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Thank you for coming prepared. That's awesome, Steve, man. I appreciate that.
What's it called? I have okay, so still live at home. Yes.
I got that checked off, bro.
Okay, we're tied.
All right, we're tied right now.
Tied after round one. Okay, runs every decision by mom.
I still do.
Yeah, I think I do too as well.
I still do, but slowly but surely. You know, it's the latest idea that I ran by her did not go well, and it's sort of looking like a X for forgiveness later. You know, I'm trying to go on tour. I'm trying to take her car. You know, I'm trying to take. It's my car, but like they pay for it, so it's like. Yeah. I'm like, let me take advantage of the low insurance policy. You know,
yeah.
I know I'm not gonna have great insurance because I've gotten a couple tickets, but I'm like, let me take advantage.
Yeah.
Something I gotta convince her, but yeah, I do run everything by my mom. You know?
Yeah. Same.
So, all right, 2 for 2. Yeah, but technically, number one, you're only there because of the pandemic. You weren't living in. So, come on, yeah, you're cheating. I'll give you though. You're there right now.
If we have a time,
you did have to run back home to mom and dad.
Yeah, I did.
That's funny. That's actually my first joke. I told you earlier. I go, "This is all your first pandemic," and then I go, like a lot of kids my age, I ran back home to my mom and dad, which also happened to be where I lived already.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good opener to make you feel like we're in the moment, you know. And then I hit them with the material that I have, you know. So it feels like new, you know, which is good. It's been something that helped me adjust to the pandemic comedy.
Yeah, I like it. Like, yeah, just like being relatable and
yes, yeah, exactly. And then like do a couple relatable jokes, and then all right, here's who I am, you know. Even though that already says who I am, you know, by asking a stupid question and then telling you I live at home.
Yeah, we know who Jared is.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, you're right. If we have a tie, then the still live at home. Maybe we'll.
All right, cool.
Needed to sleep in the same room with your mom until 12 years old.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'll check that off.
Really?
Yeah, dude. My mom, at least till like shit. Yeah.
Wait, you had to sleep in the same bed until 12?
Yeah, she definitely would sleep in the same bed with me for a long time, for sure.
Same. I thought I was gonna get you on that. Nah,
man, she did. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, my mom would do a lot for me. I remember like going to school. Like I would have to wake up early to go to school. So I would pick out my outfits before. Like you saw I had shoes, so I like to dress nice, and I would have my outfits picked out before school every day, and she would put my socks on, my jeans on, my shirts on while I was like sleeping. You know what I mean? She would like wake me up at the last minute, you know. And she didn't drive, so like I would have a ride waiting, and she would like set it up. And she would get me out of the house. I'd be like, yeah, I'm up. She'd be like, to Jared. I'd be like, I'm up, and she'd be like putting my socks on. Like, yeah, I'm up, ma. You know, she's like, Jared, your first leg, second leg. I'm like, all right. But yeah, I definitely did sleep with my mom for a while, man, in my car bed too.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I was gonna get you there. I think you may win that.
I swear she did. I'm not lying about that.
No, I know. I think you win it. I'm getting competitive, so I wanted to win. So you thought
that was it.
Yeah, I made the game.
Really, if you really want to go, now if you really want to lose it, I mean, another one would be like your mom wiping your butt until 12 years old. Yeah. I got you on that one too. So
No, it's just I created the game. How can I lose a game? Like I made the game. That's on me.
well, I'm the one who has Mama's Boy Comedy. So I mean, come on, bro. You would have had Mama's Boy Comedy if you knew. You know, I fought for that show, bro.
I know. Yeah.
There's a lot. That's funny.
They that's good. That's good. Yeah, it needed to see.
That's a fun game, man. That's funny. I think I might take that to the show if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure. I have a few more.
Oh, sweet. I thought that was it.
No. So follow or connect on social media.
Mom?
Yeah.
She's not on the socials now.
Same. Mine's not either.
Yeah. My mom just got her first fucking smartphone.
Got it. So it's maybe soon.
Maybe. My dad's been telling her for like over 10 years to get on. She's like, nah. She probably not because she's on computers. So she could have been on Facebook a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's, she's all right with technology. All right. So still even. We're still even. I'll say 2.5, 3 to 2.5. I'll give you a half on the house one.
Wait. I do want to. My dad just joined Twitter.
Yeah.
And this is what he goes.
Oh, I do have my dad. Yeah, my dad's on everything.
So he just made it though, and he's like, his bio is very confident and best real estate investor. That's it. That's the bio.
You want to hear my dad's?
Yeah.
My dad is probably like super cool.
I love my dad put very confident.
Oh shit! I can't even find my dad. For some reason I can't find my dad.
Yeah.
All right, go to the next question. I'll find him.
Yeah. I decorate your room or apartment.
No, she doesn't. This is my room. She don't do that. My dad's bio is one hell of a guy. That's it. I thought it would be better. One hell of a guy. My dad. Look at my dad retweeting my show.
Oh, that's awesome.
The guy.
Yeah. I feel like my dad and your dad have similarities. My dad put very confident, and then your dad goes hell of a guy. There's a lot of confidence coming out of.
Yeah, because they're married. They think they got it all. They don't know nothing, bro. They don't know the things we go through mentally, you know.
The worst part is my dad like puts our address in his username, like it's
what?
Our home address. Like
like he's like the number?
The number, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
He what's it called? I'm trying to find it, but he sent me a message when he got an Instagram. Yeah, he sent me a message right when he got onto Instagram, and he goes, "Yo, what up?" And then next message is, "My homie, I am on Insta, baby."
Yeah, or that probably would get along.
Yeah. He's like trying to be cool. He thinks like that's like the hip lingo.
That's definitely the hip lingo.
And then the last one I had was clothes bot.
Call me a what?
Who buys your clothes?
Oh, she hasn't. Well, she did just buy me. She did give me $50 for Black Friday, which is pretty cool. She used to do that. I try to milk that as long as possible. You know, hey, Ma, you giving $50 again this year? You know what I mean? She did give me $50 again this year. She's like, "Don't tell your brother though." And no, she hasn't bought my clothes in a while, man. It's been a few years, and she's because I buy like streetwear shit for like $60. Like I remember one time I bought a $60 t-shirt, and I told her, and she's like, "What?" It was like Billionaire Boys Club. I was like, "Ma, I'm part of the Billionaire Boys Club. How sick is that? $60. I look so cool, you know." And now I can't even wear that shirt. It's fucking too small. I just have a fucking. I'll save them for my kid, you know.
Yeah. But you pick then. You pick which your clothes. You select them.
Yeah. I even said that before. I said when you mentioned I would pick my clothes out for school, you know, growing up, and my mom would just put them on me.
Yeah.
It's funny. I actually told like a girl that like a while back that my mom used to do that. One time, like I was like sleeping in this girl's bed, and like she took my socks off, and like I just remembered when I was like, "Can you take my socks off?" It just felt like, how when my mom used to put my shit on. I didn't have to share that story with her, but I was like, you know what? I think this is the right moment. You're being my mom. That's what it's all about, bro. Circle of life.
I love it. In the heat of that moment, you're like, that reminds me of when my mom did that.
Yeah, it got very weird. Yeah, that's probably why she called feelings, and because she thought I was getting so sentimental with her. But really, I just talk to everyone like that. I just don't give a fuck.
Like if I took,
but
like if I took your socks off, you'd be like, that reminds me of when my mom did that. I'd be like, Jared, this is getting weird.
I'd be like, that'd remind me when my fucking dad put his penis up my ass. I'd be getting a little gay, But yeah, I get it. That's funny. That's pretty funny.
That's good. Okay, so those are all the ones I had.
My mom does not dress me.
Say your
My
mom
mom does not
dress you anymore,
That's
right?
funny though, man. I really appreciate that game.
Yeah.
You say that one more time?
Yeah,
say that one more time?
We're fading a little bit. Hold on. Let's make sure we're good. Hold on.
Oh, you froze.
Are we good?
There you go. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I think we're good. So I'm gonna do the count. What I wanted to say is for clothes, my mom wouldn't pick them necessarily, but a lot of the clothes that have been bought and that I wear have been bought by my mom.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But you pick them out, you just put them on her card.
Well, yeah. So it's like growing up, it's like I haven't gone shopping in a while.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I have, it's like, or like I'm so content with what's in my wardrobe that she'll get clothes because she wants.
Yeah.
She's like, you need to like step up your game.
Yeah, that's funny. No, my mom, if she were to shop for me, dude, I'd look like a fucking loser. You know what I mean?
You look like this? No, I'm kidding.
I wanted to say it, but on your podcast, you know what I mean? I don't want to be a dick, I'm glad you said it. No, but I buy all my own stuff because I just that's the one thing. That's my brand. I got to sell myself, and the only one who really knows me and what I want to wear is me. So that's why I've just been dressing myself since I can remember.
Yeah. No, I respect it a lot. It's definitely something I should learn. I'm 25 now, so I will.
I mean, you put your own outfits together just because she buys you the clothes.
Yeah.
Don't save money? Why not?
Yeah. I'm gonna maybe I should go shopping like this.
I'm making you think right now.
I don't want my listeners to be like, who's the host?
Who's the host?
Who's this host? What are they?
I appreciate it, man.
What is he doing? What do we do? So with the count, okay, still live at home, 1, runs every decision by. Oh, still lives at home. Well, I think you won that one. So 1-0.
Yeah, because you have moved out. I've never moved out.
Yeah, runs every decision by her. You're 1-1. So you're winning 2-1. I love how this is like you're winning, like we're competing to see who's the better. While it's stigmatized.
That's how it is, bro. I'm fighting to be the number one mama's boy in the city, in the comedy scene. Okay. And I'm gonna prove it to you by living with her until I'm 40. That's funny.
Hey, I'll compete with you, man. I know we dedicate our lives to this competition.
I'm down. That's pretty funny.
On not
they already have a movie about that, right? Step Brothers.
Yeah. On not being independent ever.
Yeah.
Needed to sleep in the same room until 12, 1-1.
3-2.
Fun fact with that one, I peed my pants at night until around 13. 12 or 13.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I stopped sleeping with my mom after 12 because at 13 I became a man.
Oh, that's right. The Bar Mitzvah. You were like, your mom came to the bed one day. You're like, no, I don't need it anymore. I'm a
man. I'm officially grown up at 13. And even though my balls have not dropped, I am a man.
Yeah, mine still haven't. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
You have a fucking beard. I know you're fucking kidding. I love that you had to preface that you were kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, we know you still got the kid-sized penis, but it doesn't mean your balls drop. You know.
Oh man, I always get uncomfortable when size is brought up.
I'm
I love that as a concept though. Like people thinking it's like something you'd never see, and most people never see. It's like not even a big deal, but it's like
yeah.
for some reason it's a big part of manhood. It's like
Yeah, for sure.
how big is your hog?
It's all about how you carry yourself, you know. And some
Yeah.
people, dude, you'll see like confident people think I have a huge dick because of how confident I am. Sometimes I'm like, yo, whatever word you think, keep spreading that word, you know.
Whatever word you think you heard it here first, folks. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so you won. So we're tied there, but you're still winning. Follow on social
We're up
media.
3-2.
Yep, follow on social media. Same.
Called heroes, right?
Yep.
3-2 still.
Yep. And then decorates room or apartment. My mom does decorate, or kind of put things
Mine
in.
is not.
Even yeah, even if
we're tied 3-3.
tied 3-3, and then clothes clothes bought. I think you. I might win.
No, you got that.
I think.
But I mean, are you the real winner if she's still buying them for you? You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the
So
biggest.
who's the real winner? There you go.
I'm the biggest loser, right? I won.
Nah, you're the man, Shiv.
But,
That's funny. I really do appreciate that competition. That's great, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I was hoping you'd enjoy it. I try and come up with one.
I enjoyed that for sure.
Yeah, I try and come up with one at the end, and but I'm glad that was fun. But yeah, that's all I had for the podcast. Thank you so much for sharing so much, being on.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And are there any plugs you want to do before we end this?
You did do them in the beginning, but I'll do them at the end, you know, to circle around and close this thing out properly. You can find me every Tuesday in Little Italy at a speakeasy location. Follow my show page and my Instagram. You can follow us at Mama's Boy Comedy, MOMMAS Boy BOY Comedy COMEDY. Mama's Boy Comedy Instagram, that's a show page, and then my personal page is The Kid Jared. I will grow up one day, but it's THEKIDJARED. And you can also see me every Friday on Karen Feehan's Only Feehans with Karen Feehan as the co-host of that podcast. And that's all I got to plug, and I really appreciate the time, and I enjoyed this very much. And thank you again, Shiv. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Jared. For our listeners, we'll have another episode in the works coming up. You guys know this UnCoMfY CoNvOs train keeps on rolling, no matter what, barring any injury to me, because I'm the host. So just keep listening, and to talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Hey. I had a lot of fun chilling, bro. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah. Peace.